A ring if you have it, a ball if you have it, a towel if you have it, a mat, that's a must, and you can be barefoot. We're going to move around starting standing in vertical, and today we're going to go up against the wall to start and do some chest opening exercises. So, when you're at your desk and you're sitting there at your computer and you're working, you get so tensed up. These are the exercises that you need to do to keep your chest open. So you're going to place the back of your head, the shoulders, the hips on the wall. You're going to walk your feet out probably about your heels or about 7 inches from the wall. And you're going to take your arms up into goalpost arms. Now, keeping the shoulders down, you're going to reach long with your arms and then come back. Try to keep your wrists on the wall. I don't have enough wall room, but that's the idea. Up and down. Up and down. Try not to move through your head or neck. Pull your abs in, ribs wrapped, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when you do this, you want to make sure your elbow and your wrists are on the same track. You don't want your wrists to be here. You want to try to get that wrist back to meet your elbow in the track, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your arms, shake them out, and let's move to another exercise, either using the ring or the ball, or believe it or not, you don't need anything. You can just use your arms behind you. So we're going to do another chest opening exercise. And we're going to slightly bend our knees and pitch slightly forward, pulling the abs deep into your spine. Take your shoulders, lift them up and back. Now, the blades should be kissing. They should be tight together. You don't want to be here. You want to be here. Nice, happy collarbones. Your ball, and you lift it, and you come back down. Lift, come back down. If you don't have either of these, you just do it this way. Okay? So, let's do 8 of these. 8, 7, 6, 5. This is really great to stretch out the bicep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Hold it there. And let's do it again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, you should feel a little tired in your arms. That's normal. Now, we're going to add a component. And that's going to be, don't splay your elbows when you do it. Try to keep them in. And you're going to lift, lift. Looks like this on the side. Up, up. Try not to put tension in your neck. Lengthen the neck in neutral alignment with the spine. Up. Pull the abs in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to combine the movements. Long arms, bent arms. Long and bent. Remember, those shoulder blades are kissing. Don't roll your shoulders forward. Up, back. Up, back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and rest. These are exercises that you can do if you've been sitting too long, your shoulders have been rounded too long, this is a great chest opener, building back body strength, opening up the chest. This little accessory, you can do so many things with. I could do a whole class with this. So it's a great thing to have if you don't have one. And if you ever want to purchase one like this, because it's the best one, I can tell you how to do that. Always feel free to contact me through the chat on your WebEx, or you can get my email from Eric and you can send me any question you have. Okay, so from here, we're going to go to the floor and do some planks. Let's get them out of the way. So when we do our planks, we're going to find a way to get to the floor, and I'm going to show you a nice safe way. You're going to pull the abs in and you're going to roll down. Bend the knees if you need to. Some of you don't need to. And then you walk it out into a plank. Now, check your body. Hands under your shoulders. Legs long. Try not to arch the back. Try to be as straight as you can. Don't do this. Keep it. The hips are a little lower than the shoulders. The neck is reaching long, and you're reaching out through the crown of your head. You're holding that. Your toes are rolled under. If this is too much for your wrists, that's when you can come down and go to the elbows. So you choose what's best for you. Pull your abs in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, you can bend the knee down to give you support as you turn and hold it. Once again, you can be on your forearm, not your full arm, and hold. For 8, 7, breathe, check your abs. This is an ab exercise. 3, 2, 1. Turn and hold. 8, 7. Shoulder blades in and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to that plank. Hold. Now this is optional. How about lifting the left leg? Then the right leg. Then the left leg. Then the right leg. Left, right, left, right. Hold. Gently bring your knees to the floor and give yourself a stretch. Good job. These are not easy. Take your breaths. Come back up. And we're going to do the reverse plank now. So you have options for that too. If you choose to go full arm, you can keep the knees bent, or you can keep the legs long. Keeping the legs long is a little more advanced. Your hand position can be here, or it can be here. This is the more difficult pose for the reverse plank, especially if you have a tight chest, but we just opened those chests up, so we should be good. So press your heels into the floor, lift through the front of the trunk, heart to the ceiling, shoulder blades in and down, eyes on the horizon, lift off, pull the hips up to the ceiling, keep the feet flexed, look down towards your toes and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down. Good job. It's time to roll down one vertebra at a time, and let's do some lumbopelvic movements. I'm going to change the angle because I'm not quite sure you can see everything. There you go. This paw right here is a sleeping dog, so don't be alarmed. Okay, so we're going to go back into our supine position and post your feet, tailbone on, abs in, navel to spine, wrap the ribs, slide the shoulders away from the ears, eyes on the ceiling, and we're going to just a little bit of a roll here. And I want you to engage your abs when you do it. Keep it smooth and circular. Don't let it be jerky. We're not going far. We're just going up to the waist and back down again. Warming up the lumbopelvic area. Breathing. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Smooth it out. Feels so good. Now from here, find neutral again before you circle. Now these circles are really happening from the waist down, but not too much in the legs. They're happening more in the pelvis. Loosening up that area. Now reverse it. Just think of a clock. Now we're going clockwise, then counterclockwise. Keep it smooth. And then find neutral again. Okay, your feet are posted. Your pelvis is in neutral. Your chest is wide open. Those collarbones are very happy, shining to the ceiling. The back of the arms are on the floor, and they're long. They're reaching. The neck is long. We're going to go all the way up the spine now. One vertebra at a time, articulating. So we're going to take it, lift it up, and then pass through the waist, pass through the low rib, pass through the scapula or shoulder blades, then a little above that with the hip flexors starting to really open up and the knees floating to the ceiling. And now let's go back down, passing through the shoulder blades, through the lowest rib, the waist, the top of the hips, all the way down to the tailbone. Now this is slow and controlled. You need to breathe through it. So let me help you with cues. Take an inhale. Now take an exhale back up. All the air is out. You're going to take another breath through your nose. We're going to head back down and let all the air out with the mouth open. One more time, but we're going to stay up this time. Inhale. Exhale. And hold it. Find your position. Ribs wrapped, navel in, pelvic floor lifted, hip flexors open, knees floating to the ceiling. Upper body is active, but not moving. We're going to march with one leg. March. 2, 3, 4. Careful not to drop that hip. Keep it high. Up. Keep it high and square. Point the toe, lengthen out. Dot the toe to the ceiling. Dot. 2, 3, 4. The standing leg is what's doing the work. The long leg is active, but the standing leg and the glutes and the abs are doing the work. 4, 3, tiny taps, 2, and 1. Now flex the foot, point it. Flex it, point it. Flex, point, flex, point. Check your upper body. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Reestablish your position. We're going to the other leg. March. 1. Try to keep that pelvis separate from the leg. Isolate the movement. Développé to the ceiling and touch the toe up. Standing leg, glutes, hams, abs, doing the work. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down, lift it up. Pelvis quiet. Down, up, down, up. Flex down, point up. that leg down, hips high. Let's take our breath. Inhale. Now we're going to roll down one vertebra at a time again. Breathing out, sinking that belly. Tailbone on. Good job. Now we're going to move to, I put my ring somewhere, so I'm going to use the ball instead. The inner thigh work. Squeeze. And we're going to squeeze that ball until our hips, knees, and toes, or the ring if you have a ring, line up, tracking. They have to track. The toes can't be out. They have to be right in line with those knees. And let's hold the pelvis neutral. Wrap the ribs. Breathe and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze. Soft squeezes. Very smooth, not jerky. 7 and 8. Hold it there. Squeeze it. Pelvis neutral. Now we're going to roll through the spine while we squeeze. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Keep the squeeze all the way up. Hold it there and squeeze again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe. Use your glutes, use your hams, use your abs, and your inner thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Hold it there. Squeeze it. Tap it. Lift it. Tap it. Lift. Tap. This is not an articulated movement. It's a flat back. Reach up. Really building the back body up, down, up, down, up. One more. Down, up. Hold it there. Roll down. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Good job. All right. Take that instrument of torture away. And let's do one more bridge before we move into the 100. We're going to do the extension bridge. The extension bridge is great. Suspension bridge is a better name. It's great for the back body. It builds the hamstring strength, the glute strength, the spinal strength, and the ab strength. So, you see that the pelvis is neutral. When you lift off, it's not going to change. You have to remain in neutral. Slide the knees slightly. Notice slightly. It's not a hyperflexed position. It's a slight bent position. Heels are in the floor. The hips, knees, and toes, once again, are tracking. They're not out here into external rotation. They're straight up, nice from the hip to the knee to the toes. Knee on top. So now we're just going to find that upper body position with a nice active open chest and lift off. And I'm hovering. I'm not letting my glutes touch, but they're not going high into the air. It's just a little lift off the floor. So what's supporting you are the abs, the hamstrings, glutes, and spine. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Good job. Let's try that one more time. Take note of your upper body. Make sure it's not stressing. Keep those shoulders down. You're going to use your core strength and your back body strength to support you. Try it one more time. Lift off. Just a hover. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. Bring those knees into your chest. You'll feel the opening of the low back. And just circle the hips around in a circle, smoothing it all out. And then reverse it. And now it's time for the 100. So you can keep your legs in tabletop. If by chance, this position is not comfortable for your low back, cross your legs and bring your knees down, your ankles down, and that will relieve some of the low back pressure. If not, stay there. Go up to your 90 degrees, plug your shoulders. Find your powerhouse. Wrap your ribs, sink your belly, lift your pelvic floor. Tap the floor, and it stays there the whole time because the hips will remain neutral. We're going to inhale. Exhale, come up to the tips of your shoulder blades. Now you can stay in this position or you can go to the long leg. You choose. Squeeze those inner thighs no matter what position you're in. Breathe. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe in, out through the mouth. In, out. Breathe in for 5. Breathe out for 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Reach long through the arms, reach long through the legs. Scoop, out, in, out, and rest. Come back down. It's time for the roll-up. To help you with your roll-up, a towel. Only about 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick in diameter. If it's any bigger, it will work against you. You can put that under your waist to help you in the tight spots of the low back. Flex your feet, slide your shoulders away from your ears, and plug those arms into the shoulder joint. Wrap your ribs, sink your belly, lift your pelvic floor. Find that powerhouse before you start. We're going to inhale first. Exhale, and we're only going to come up halfway, and we're going to look straight into the horizon and then arc our eyes back to the ceiling. Let your eyes have a good pattern for your body to follow. Arcing up, arcing back. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Back down. This is just the prep, and you can stay in the prep the whole time. That's fine. Build your strength slowly. Make sure those ribs really tighten up. Make sure you use your breath. It helps. Okay, we're ready to try going up all the way. You don't have to do it if you're not comfortable with it. We're going to inhale, exhale up. Now when you come up, you're going to stay grounded, drop your shoulders, reach long as you can, if you can, past your toes, rounding through the spine, keeping the chest open. Inhale, we're going to roll back sequentially with control. Good job. So you don't want to rush any part of the roll up or the roll back, because that would tell me that you're using a little too much momentum and not enough core strength and flexion of the spine. So you want to go slowly, deliberately, and you want to try not to lift these legs. Try not to lift these legs, especially when you come up. Ready? Inhale, exhale. Use your breath. Reach, roll back down. Again, inhale. This breath really helps. On the exertion, exhale. When you get to this spot, your eyes should be looking at your knees. Then you go back, your eyes go to the horizon. Then they start to go towards the ceiling until you're in the full supine position right up at the ceiling. We're going to do one more. Inhale, exhale. Reach. Scoop that belly strap on, that belt around your waist so you have that navel in, and then back down. 2, 3, 4. Good job. All right. Let's go to some leg circles now. So once again, the upper body is going to remain quiet but very active. The collarbones are wide open, not closed. The backs of the arms are on the floor. The arms are long. One leg comes up. Flex this bottom leg because it really helps stabilize your leg. And when you stabilize your leg, you're easier to stabilize through your pelvis. So let's just circle, lengthening out through the back of the knee, trying to keep the pelvis very quiet. Choose the circle diameter. If you're having trouble moving your hips, then keep the circle small. If you think you can do it with a bigger circle and not move through the pelvis, have at it. But first you have to have stability before you have mobility. Open, 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 and close. Next leg. Cross the midline. Choose your circle size. If you're just learning it, keep it small. And reverse your circle. There is a slight external rotation of the pelvis with this leg. Good job. Bring the knees in, flex the feet. Flex the feet and point the feet. Flex, point. Flex, point, flex, point. Let's come up. Time for rolling like a ball. If you're just learning rolling like a ball, it's okay to hold on underneath. Make sure those inner thighs are squeezing together. If you've done it for a while, you can pull those heels close into the glutes, drop the shoulders, keep your focal point downward. You're balanced off the sitting bones, not on them. The spine is round. The neck is in line with the spine. Let's take an inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Try to balance each time you come up. Two more. One more. Hold. Hold it there. Breathe. Take one leg up. Take the other leg up. One leg down. The other. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And roll down halfway to the tips of your shoulder blades. One leg long, one leg bent, and now we're going to do single leg stretch. Eyes over the knees. Keep breathing. If that feels a little uncomfortable to the low back, keep the leg here. Not so low. Bring both knees in, come up, and let's roll back again for double leg stretches. Tailbone remains on the floor, knees come in, arms out, legs out, spiral around, exhale, inhale, eyes over the knees, head is quiet. Arms and legs are moving. Powerhouse is working. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Hold it. Bring one leg up. Scissor. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch, switch. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, stay high, 1, bring it up, lower it down. Chest wide, arms long, tailbone on, abs in, open, cross, 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 open, 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 one more, open. Good job. Come back up. Scoop the belly. Take it down on the exhale. Double straights. Up, down, up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more. Tabletop, crisscross. 1, center. 2, center. 3, center. Pelvis is quiet, upper body is rotating. 4, 3, 2, last set. You got it. Time for the pencil stretch. Try to feel the back of the shoulder blades on the floor. Arms are overhead, long to the floor. Legs are long. It's okay to boink the ribs here because you want to arch to stretch out that rectus abdominis. Now I'm going to find my powerhouse again, coming out of the stretch, bringing my arms long, and I'm going to take the inhale, expand my ribs, and then when I exhale, I'm going to close my ribs, wrap them around my spine, sink the belly, and lift the pelvic floor. You should feel all of this connect. You've got your upper cage and your lower cage. They've got to connect. Let's try that again. We're going to expand the ribs east to west on the inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to girdle the ribs, sink the pelvic floor, and lift the pelvic floor and sink the belly. So all this soft tissue in between low rib to hip is connected. The powerhouse is turned on. Good job. All right, let's come up and do spine stretch forward. Flex your feet. Sit tall. Now, if sitting tall is difficult, low back tight or hamstrings tight, bend your knees just a little to relieve that. You're up against that wall like you were up against the wall when we started class with these. The head, the shoulder blades, and the tailbone are on the wall, invisible wall. And now we're going to, from the top of the head, articulate through the spine down to the tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, peel off the wall. Remember, keep that navel into the spine the whole time, rounding over, keeping a supported C curve, reaching, reaching, reaching. Shoulders in their sockets and back up. One vertebra at a time till you get to the top of your head and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the jaw as you breathe out. Reaching, pulling the navel in, rounding over, and then back up, tailbone, waist, low rib, shoulder blades, shoulders, neck, head. Start again. Inhale. Exhale. Reach, reach, reach. Shoulder blades in their sockets, shoulders in their sockets. Everything's in its congruent space all the way up, 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 and hold. Good. To the edge of the mat for open leg rocker. Let's take our knees and feet on the same plane. Open your legs as wide as your shoulders. Hold on under your thighs by your knees, round through the low back, and eyes on the horizon. When you roll, you're going to take your eyes down, and then when you roll back up, your eyes are going to come back to the horizon. We're going to inhale at the top, exhale, roll. Try not to use your legs, use your core and your abs. The breath really helps here. Back up to the horizon with your eyes. If you choose to go long-legged, make sure you really use those inner thighs here. Make them work for you. Shoulders down. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Back up. Exhale. Back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Eyes down. Eyes up. One more. Hold it there. Hold it. Chest high. Try to release your hands if you can. You can keep your knees bent. Hold it, teaser pose. Roll back down. We're going to do the corkscrew. We're going to keep that chest open. Upper body is active, but quiet. Press your head gently into the floor so you don't roll through your neck. You don't want to do that on this exercise. Keep your legs in the center of a clock. This is a lower body rotation. You're going to roll up to 12 o'clock, then 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and back to the center of the clock. Reverse the circle. Up, 3, 6, 9, center. Remember, from the waist down is rotating. Two legs become one. No sliding through the heels. You got to keep those legs glued together. Up, circle, stop. Up, circle, stop. Up, circle, stop. One more. Up, circle, stop. This is actually the prep for the corkscrew. The corkscrew is an inverted exercise that goes over your head, but we're going to stay safe and keep it at this today. Roll up, and we're going to do now the saw. So once again, bend your knees if your hamstrings or low back aren't cooperating, or you could actually put a little height under both sitting bones, which relieves that too. So chest is high, shoulders are down, arms are out. This is another rotation, but this one is the upper body rotation. The lower body remains perfectly quiet throughout. Try not to shift through your pelvis. Keep those sitting bones the entire exercise pressing into the floor. Let's go. Turn, turn. Now look behind you and reach, 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 up, and then back to center. Keep it smooth. Turn, turn, reach, pull the navel in, reach. 1, 2, 3, up, and then back to center. Turn, reach. 1, 2, 3, up, back to center. Turn, reach. 1, 2, 3, up, back to center. You can't let your arms rule the exercise. It's the rotation of the trunk that creates the movement. The arms gracefully follow, but the trunk is doing the rotation. Close your legs. It's time to go to prone. We've done a lot of flexion work. We've done seated work. Now we're going to go into prone position face down. Let's arch that back and open up the spine. So press the tripod of the hip. Press that deep into the floor, but lift your abs away from the floor. So hips down, abs up. Place your hands at mid-chest, and let's do the prep for the swan. Elbows anchor in like the cobra. Nose in the water, shoulder blades are kissing. Chest open. Arch up. It's an articulated movement. Try not to engage your glutes here, just on this upper portion. Up, down. So instead of having prunes for your buttocks, let's have plums. Nice and untethered. You don't want to tighten up those glutes. Up and lower. Up. That lets the extension of the upper back flow a little better. Up. Now, if you can take those arms to full length, that's fine. You can't let your shoulders rise to your ears. Keep them down. Keep those shoulder blades in and down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. One more. Up and down. Now, to get you ready for the lower body, now the glutes have to kick in. So, you're going to slightly turn out from the pelvis, so the toes will be higher than the heels, and you're going to lift the thighs off the floor and lower. Try to keep your legs not too wide. Up, lower. Up, lower. Up, lower. Up, lower. There has to be a lot of recruitment of the glutes, and the legs have to remain long. If you bend your knees during this, you won't go off the floor much. So you're going to create a seesaw effect where you go up and then lift. Up and lift. Up, lift. Up, lift. Up, lift. Up, lift. Up, lift. Up. Child's pose. That's about as much cardio as you're going to get. After our little rest, we're going to go back down to the floor. Our elbows are going to come out. We're going to clasp our hands. Now this is important. You're going to take those blades, bring them in, and the heart goes to the ceiling here. The eyes go to the horizon. And that's the position you want to stay in throughout. The upper body is quiet but active. The lower body is moving. Not the hips, just the legs. From the knee down. Point, flex, point, lower, point, flex, point, lower, point, flex, point, lower, point, point, and point. Good job. That was single leg kick. Now we're going to go into double leg kick. Let's start in a turned head position. Bring your hands to the small of your back. You can raise them a little higher, that's fine. Slide the shoulders down your back and drop the elbows to the floor. Legs are right under the hips. And we're going to reach up and stretch. Great extension of the spine, arms and legs. Turn, drop the elbows and kick. 1, 2, 3. Up, turn. 1, 2, 3. Keep that neck in line and then lift up and turn. 1, 2, 3. Last one, make it good. Up, turn. 1, 2, 3. All right, good job. Let's go to the sideline positions. All right. So in sideline, a lot of things to consider. We're going to start with flexed feet. I call that position furniture feet because they act as a base of support. You want no turnout. You want your legs to be parallel. You want to stack your hips on the top hip on the bottom hip. You don't want it rolled forward or back. And you want the same thing with the shoulders. Now, it's really important to lift that rib cage and lengthen through the neck. Shine your heart to the ceiling. Drop your shoulders down. Try not to be in a turtle position. Really keep the the integrity of the upper body. Now we're going to either keep our hands here, or take them into the ceiling. This is more difficult because you don't have a little base of support here. And you're just going to lift it. Notice the pelvis is not moving. Just the leg, working the minimus and medius glute. Abduction, up, up. It's a small movement, but it's very definite. Working deep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now flex that foot forward without moving the pelvis and then point it back. So don't take the pelvis with you here. Femur head down is doing the movement. Point. Flex. Check your ribs. Point. Shine your heart. Flex and point. Flex and point. One more. Flex and point. Good job. Now, stay high on that elbow. Stay high on the rib. Lift the leg. Just hip height, top leg. And just circle. No turnout. Circle. 2, 3, 4, 5. These are tiny. Working deep. 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rest. Good job. Time for the tide teaser. So get that elbow right under the shoulder. You are going to roll the hip backward to start. Arm is in the air. Chest is high. You're going to roll that hip backward. Now you're going to inhale here. Exhale. Come into the core and lift. And then back. This is very controlled. Inhale. Exhale. It doesn't matter how high you go. Just give it a try. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Those legs have to really be active to help you. Inhale. Exhale. This is your last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it there. And lift. And lift. Scoop your belly. Lift. Shoulders down. Lift. Lift. Long necks. And down. Good job. All right, let's come up to sitting. And then we'll go to the other side. We are running out of time today. Going through all these exercises. So sit nice and tall. Arm up. Lift those ribs. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Flex the feet. Lift 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Leg only, hips quiet. 6, 7 and 8. Now you can go forward and back. You can put your hand here to do a check to make sure that your hip bones aren't moving. And point back. Shine that heart to the ceiling. It takes a lot of strength in that entire body to hold these positions. Flex, point, abs in, flex, point, one more, flex, point back here and circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, reverse. Very active on this leg. Try to make it longer than the bottom leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Time for that teaser. Remember, roll back on the inhale, up on the exhale. Remember, legs have to be active. It's all about core control here. One more. Hold. Back up to your original spot and rest. Good job. All right, we're going to roll to our abs and we're going to do the swim series. So the swim series involves prone shoulder flexion. You're going to put your arms over your head, slide your arms into the sockets of your shoulders, lift your heart, lift your thighs, lift your arms, opposite arm, opposite leg. You can go slow, you can pick your pace, you need to breathe, pull your abs in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your legs to the floor, spiral around, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, shoulder blades together, palms up, the dart, thighs off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. In for 5, out for 5. In for 5, out for 5. In for 5, out for 5. Last one. Good job. All right, let's come up and take a child's pose rest. And now we're going to do a shortened version of our mermaid. So, knees going to the left, stacked. We're going to sit tall, take our arm into the air, and feel that wonderful stretch through the side of the body. Take the arm back. 2, 3, try to keep your shoulders down. 4, hold it there. Side bend again. Come back up, legs in the air. Let's go to the other side. Arm up and reach and hold. And circle. Circle, circle, circle. Nice side bend. Keep those shoulders in their sockets. Stretch out those ribs. And rest. And we have a little bit of time to do our leg stretches. You can use your ring, found it, or you can use a towel, or you can use a strap, whatever you have. But it's important to stretch our legs. Before we start, we want to make sure the tailbone is on the floor and it stays on the floor throughout. The pelvis stays neutral. The pelvic floor is lifted. Once again, the navel is into the spine and the ribs are out. We're going to take one leg into the air and we're going to stretch out that hamstring group on the left leg. Flex the foot because you'll get a little extra stretch through the foot, calf, back of knee, and hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale. Find the integrity of your upper body. Elbows are broad, eyes are on the horizon. Back of neck is long. Inhale one more time. Take it out to the side. Open up those hips. Don't let them roll. Keep the neutral pelvis square to the ceiling and hold. Use your breath. Take it up, cross the midline, change hands, flex the foot right into that IT band and hold. Back up, give it one more stretch, and then let's go to the other leg. Slide those shoulders away from your ears. Hold it there. One hand, one leg, out to the side. Inner thigh stretch, pelvis neutral, ribs down. Take it up. That breathing will help restore your body back to its natural state. Flex the foot. You're going to feel that stretch through the hip, all the way through the lateral leg. I2 band and hold. Back up. Let's take both legs in. You can bend the knees here and roll up. And let's just loosen up those shoulders. Make sure that your head is over your shoulders, not in front. Your shoulders are over your ribs are over your hips, and you're sitting tall. Your heart is shining to the ceiling. And just let your head do no tension, a soft bobblehead movement. No tension in that neck. The chest shines to the ceiling. Find that crown going up towards the ceiling. Your collarbones are wide, your heart is shining, and let's take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take all the air in this time. This is your last breath. Let it all out. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the class. I'll be back on Thursday. Have a great week.
Thank you.